Good morning, guys, and welcome to the final day of the 2023 rifle season. It ain't been easy for me, that's for sure. But we're still in good spirits. We're going to get out and have a good day today. We're on a different piece of property today. I've spent 4 days on that one piece that we were hunting that big buck in. And we've decided to shake it up a little bit and come here. We may go back to that spot with a bow. I don't know. It may work out there with a bow pretty easy if I can set up right. Anyways, so we're on the private piece. I've got a south wind, which isn't optimal. Generally, I got a west wind, which makes it a lot easier for me to enter this piece of property. But because I've got a south wind, I've got to come all the way around to the back and enter from the back side. And I haven't done that yet this year. I don't know what the sign is in here. But I got a good feeling that things may pan out. Alright, I've got intel that the bucks are chasing the does around here. So that's a good sign. We may run into something. The bucks are still active during daylight, that's what I'm getting at. So they haven't gone back to bedding and feeding quite yet. They're still chasing and rutting and getting all silly. So it's about, let's see, what time is it right now? It's 6:33. Not quite what I would consider shooting light. I don't know if it's legal shooting light right now, but if it is, God bless you, because I can't see a damn thing. Anyways, I'm going to pack up our gear and start heading out just as it gets light. Alright, first thing, we just came in off that big cut that's behind me there. You can kind of make it out through the trees. There's a ton of doe tracks in there, and there's a bunch of running tracks, some bigger tracks with it. I just found this. That's pretty fresh. The shavings are right there on the ground. That's maybe a day or two old, so we may be into something already. I've been hunting this property for years and years. And that has been a scrape underneath this overhanging branch right here since I've been here. They're still using it. It's been hit recently, within the last couple of days, so. It's nice to see they don't give up on old traditions, kind of like me. So I just picked up another scrape here that's been here forever on this corner. It's an old logging road here. It cuts off, goes to the east. Pretty good track in it. I don't know if you can make that out. Really nice track. It was made before the rain last night. They were up here someplace. What we're probably going to do is we're going to head out this road. There's a ridge that runs. It's a ridge that runs back and forth like this. And then they got the mountain. There's a valley before you go up. A lot of times they'll get back in this stuff and run around. But I expect them to be up in that back valley somewhere. I was working down a bench, and I found some fresh tracks of a big deer. Looked like he was trotting along pretty good. Heavy prints. Smashed a log when he went over it. Old rotted log. Came down in, there was some does in here too. And I could swear I could hear running around, chasing. Down here, it's off this bench. It comes into a little valley in here. It's all hemlock, real thick. And I found where some does had run down over the bank. And he was right with them. I can smell deer. They're really close, but I don't see them anywhere. But they're in this valley someplace. I'm gonna try. I dropped off the bench and came down in here. I got a ledge behind me, kind of giving me some cover. I'm just watching right yet. Well, the snow started out with ice pellets. That was pleasant. We stopped for lunch. I couldn't find any running tracks back in there. I don't know what I was hearing. I can tell you, I swear. I mean, it could have been farther down in, but like, just the way this year's gone. When it goes good, it doesn't go good enough, and when it doesn't go good, it goes really bad. So, well, we found that fresh track. It's just that same little doe fawn that's been in here all by herself every time I've been in here. I think her mom was the one that got hit by the car down below. She's all by herself up in here. I've jumped her here throughout the season, kind of in the same area. I came up over, there's a spot back behind me that has a scrape, and there's a new rub down below, so I wanted to see if that scrape was hit. I got working down the little ridge here, and she just jumped up. Doesn't look like she's been laying here for very long. She's just been ahead of me, so. Well, we went up and circled that knob. Nothing up there. We dropped down through the valley, way on down here. You can see there's a cut behind me. There's a brook right there. And we're working our way back in the direction of the truck. And it's about 2 o'clock now. It's dark already. Seems like it's been dark all day. Not a lot of sign happening. It's snowing pretty good, as you can see from all the white. That wasn't there this morning. Got a rub out in front of me. There's a trail. I'm just kind of sitting here taking a break. Figured I'll sit here for a half hour or something. Alright, one of the things I've noticed this year, on this property especially, is the lack of deer using the old signpost rubs. Now here's a few of them that are too old to be used again. There's one right there, and there's one right behind it. For years those were hit. And there's a big one over here that was actually used last year, and this year it hasn't been hit. This brown ash right here. It's just a lack of big deer using this area this year, and part of it is the lack of mass crop. This hill up behind me is a big oak ridge, and it gets hit pretty hard when there's acorns. This year there's not much sign up there. There's some does using it, but that's it. I just finally picked up a fresh track. There's one right here. Pretty good buck too. Seems to be going out that way and crossing and going into the cut. There may be hope after all. Well, we'll find out. Alright, it's 4:25. We've got a few minutes left. We're sitting on the edge of a big cut here. Just sitting this one out. Looks like I'm going to have to eat this tag with a sauerkraut and toadstool sandwich. Long season. I don't know how many hours I hunted, but it was a lot. I can't even tell you how many days. It was a lot. Almost the whole season for firearm. Had a couple of really good opportunities. Tracked a big buck for 3 days straight and just didn't close. Alright, that's the end of the 2023 season. I hope you guys did better than I did. I don't think that it was unsuccessful. It was just unfruitful.